You're in a meeting. Someone pitches an idea. It sounds reasonable, and everyone else is nodding too. You move on. 3 weeks later, the whole thing falls apart, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you knew something was off when you and the team first talked about it, but nobody asked any questions. That one moment of silence cost your team a month. Today, we're covering the Socratic Method, a 2,500-year-old questioning technique that is one of the most underutilized productivity tools in the modern workplace. We'll explain what it is, walk you through the research showing why it works, and give you 3 ways to start using it today to sharpen your thinking, protect your time, and make the things you do better. Here's the thing. Most of us were trained to have answers. The faster, the better. Meetings, Slack threads, performance reviews, they all reward people who sound confident and decisive. But the Socratic Method flips that on its head. It says the question is the tool, not the answer. Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher you probably remember from class you swore you'd never use, built an entire method of inquiry around asking layered, probing questions instead of making statements. The goal wasn't to win an argument. It was to expose bad assumptions, surface blind spots, and push towards better thinking. You stress test an idea with questions until it either holds up or it breaks down. And the method works in almost any situation, with a team, between 2 colleagues, or entirely on your own by playing your own devil's advocate. A 2009 study published in the American Journal of Business Education titled Socratic Problem Solving in the Business World showed that applying Socratic questioning to the decision-making process produces more thorough, well-rounded results, not just by evaluating the facts in front of you, but by pushing you to examine what isn't in front of you, what hasn't been considered, what's being assumed without anyone saying it out loud. That's where most decisions go sideways. Here's 3 steps to start using the Socratic Method today. Step 1. Before you decide anything, ask, what are we assuming here? Most bad decisions aren't built on bad information. They're built on unchecked assumptions. Before your next project kickoff or big call, spend 5 minutes asking what assumptions are baked into the plan. That tight deadline someone just accepted? Built on the assumption that a key vendor responds in 24 hours? That nobody checked? That one question asked out loud would have caught it. Step 2. Replace "I think we should" with "what would have to be true for this to work?" This is a framing shift, and it changes the whole approach. Instead of advocating for your position, you're pressure testing it. A new process, a hiring decision, a big purchase? Run it through this question first. If you can't answer it clearly, the idea isn't ready. If you can, you'll walk into the conversation with something better than confidence. You'll have clarity. Step 3, when you're stuck, interrogate yourself. You don't need a team for this. When you've been spinning on the same decision for 2 days, write down your current position, then go after it. Ask, what's the evidence for this? What's the strongest argument against it? What am I not looking at? It sounds almost too simple, but it works because it forces your brain to stop hunting for reasons you're right and start looking for whether you actually are. Socrates didn't have a quarterly review or a Slack notification, but his core idea, that a well-placed question beats a confident answer, is more relevant now than ever. The most productive people in any room aren't always the ones with the loudest opinions. They're the ones who know the right questions to ask. Your move.